Hey Tubies, this is my third time making this video. Um, 1 second, I gotta fix my microphone. Yeah, so I'll talk in my normal voice. Alright, hey Tubies, so welcome back to the TheMorganfire channel, and today we'll be showing you incense. This is not a how-to video, this is not how to make an incense, this is not the foundation, this is just my own personal thing that I like to do and give you an insight on my instances and my spellcraft. That's pretty much what this is spellcraft and herb work. Now I already have some incense made. I just got through making it in the last video. But it was 15 minutes long, so I'm not going to take the whole 20 minutes just to upload that because I don't have anything to do for 20 minutes. We'll make another video. So my patience is very low, like that. And oh, that smells good. So I just wanted to get right on to making the next incense, in that line in order. So I'm about to bag this incense up, and I'll tell you what's inside this. This is my meditation incense. If you keep using your quartz crystal point, it will get all the resins on top of it, and it will get stuck, and you won't be able to get it off. The best way to get that kind of stuff off of your crystals and stuff is to take some warm water, and I like to take hot water and stick it in there, and then I just rub on it really good and just keep rubbing on it. This hasn't really got stuck and been sitting there overnight. I just barely got through using it. So when you get through using it, you might want to just give it a good rub off, and then yeah, it's back to normal. The point might not always be back to normal. Now, I use this for pointing my energies, cutting through circles. Yeah, it's a laser point, but I may also use it for stirring up mine. With this being granite, a granite more pestle, you don't want to go all the way to the bottom. That's why you don't hear me scraping the bottom, because it will dull out your point. And the duller your point, the broader it is. That means that you could have a crystal point that's, and that when you imagine your energy going and you see it going, the point, the energy, say laser would be just much broader. Point. It's just like if you're writing on a pencil and you need a fine pen. So this video is not a how-to. This is just to show you how I do my herb work. And this is how I bag my incense. I always bag them. I know some people like to jar up their stuff and use earthen jars and glass jars and quart bottles and stuff. I'm not all fancy and trying to go back in the old age like that. We have modern technology like plastic, so let's use them. If I get all of my herbs in plastic things. I get all of my herbs in plastic bags, so I just reuse them. After I get through with the herb, I'll reuse them or take them back and get more. This would be my cork bottle. Instead of, I buy a lot of my herbs in cork bottles too. But when I buy my herbs in cork bottles, then that means that I'm going to be giving some to another client or someone that I'm doing work for. Because you want them to have it already sealed, and it looks nice when they're able to just have it and not in a plastic and they have to reach in the hand and get it, when they could just pull out the cord, sprinkle a little bit some on the charcoal dish that you send them, and yeah, just have it like that at their disposal. But unlike me and my incense, I can be messy with it, trying to put them inside these little bags. Yeah, so I'm also back in there. Yeah, put it back. Totally, it's not a how-to video, so you can ignore this video if you want. Go to the next video. And then you go to the video where it is. So this is just my laboratory and me working. I thought I would just take y'all with me, and I could just watch me do a few things. So this is the window on your screen of me. See, I'm giving you a peek and a window into my life like I did in my daily ritual. If you look back at my past videos, you'll see that. A video of me doing a daily ritual, as I do every day. Not recently, since I have switched around my altar room, I have a different ritual that I do every day. And that is for the reason why I'm making this incense, since I need more of it. So I'm just gonna get on with making my incense again. I'm gonna just tell y'all what I put in this meditation incense: lavender, patchouli. Oh, and I forgot the anise oil. Put that in later. Sandalwood, dragon's blood, black copal, and that's it. Black copal, sandalwood, dragon's blood, patchouli, and lavender. I'll put the recipe underneath. That's just my normal meditation incense that I use all the time. So moving on from this, I'll put this over here on my altar. I'm gonna talk about these herbs that I collected, and rosemary and rue and the ferny parts of lavender, since there's not in season, but you can get the lavender, the ferny parts of lavender, the leaves, might not be in season, but you can get this part, and it is in season at all years around. And since the buds are more higher prized, lavender, but we use this also. I use this in my satchels, in my smudge sticks, which this is actually, I got this for actually, is to make a smudge stick for protection, psychic protection incense, and yeah, that sort. So I'm just going to keep going on with this. You can ignore this video if you want. I'm gonna keep saying that all throughout this video. I got some pyrite inside of this, and some other stones inside of this box. If you put the pyrite over here on my rooter stone, on my rooter, I have my altar set up now. It's my fire altar, my western my western water altar, my, well, I know how to pack cigarettes there. My earth altar, uh, my ancestor altar. I know I have a cigarette there because they like to smoke cigarettes. My ancestors. Here's a mirror to show you the back of me and me. How y'all doing? There's my eastern altar over there. There's my hot Cheetos. My leg but don't want you to see him at this moment. not comfortable like that of what you see in his altar. Um, so when you do see his altar, when you do see his altar, you will be proud. He will be proud and he will tell me that he'll be alright after you see it. But this was about Yule and what Yule means to me. Yule to me is a mix of things. Since I cannot stop in my subconscious thinking that Yule is the time for Christmas, and if something comes around the same time, I cannot get that out of my subconscious, so I call it Yulismus. Uh, you'll miss this. It sounds the same thing. Yulismus, because Christmas and Yule. Yule is a time for banishing, breaking with the past. It's also a time for divination for the new upcoming year. For me, this is a time of the new year, since I cannot go anywhere around. Oh, sorry. Um, I can't go around the tradition that our calendar ends on December 31st and then starts back on January 1st. Can't stop that. Can't change that in my subconscious, so I wouldn't even try. Samhain might be a time for the dead. Is for me. It's a time when the veils are the thinnest, and it's a time for waking with the dead, going down to the cemetery, honoring the dead. It's a time when the two worlds are colliding. Now, this is a time when they are almost the farthest apart, but that's during Beltane, and we resort to our earthly and not spiritual things during Beltane. Um, um, Yule. So what Yule means to me is like the dividing between two times, and it's more put in perspective for me as the winter solstice, the shortest of the day and the longest of the night. This is saying that the powers of the seeker of the night, pretty much. In a sense, the seeker of the night is the one who seeks the great mystery beyond the shadows. It's a time for mental work, shadow work, um, working with the moon, and all the aspects of night. The incense for Yule is pine, patchouli, juniper. These are the herbs of Yule. Holly. Frankincense is a resin of Yule. Dragon's blood, benzoin, myrrh. Colors of Yule is black, purple, green, red, gold, silver. The reason why I say black and purple is because since purple symbolizes psychism in the mind and the spirit, black also represents the night, and purple represents the night too. So if you understand that my perspective is of the winter solstice and the longest night, and not of the stories and things of that sort. Guess what I will be making is another video about incenses, and I just want to get it off right now. My Yule recipe for my Yule incense recipe is pine, patchouli, and myrrh. Half myrrh and more frankincense. Myrrh. I'm gonna just only use about that much myrrh because I do not like the way it smells. Um, so that's pretty much it. And blessed be, Merry Meats, Merry